Hi and welcome again to Tech It Out. Whilst reviewing and redoing the editing of my earlier video, the Blue Angel build log, I realised that I hadn't actually made a video on how well the gaming PC actually performed. So I thought I'd make a little video today, so welcome to my world. This is Hurtworld. We're at my base at the moment. I've been on the server since the game was released in alpha form at the beginning of the month. The base is fairly complete now. I've got most things. So what I'm just going to do is run around the base and show you what's here at the moment, then I'll talk about how we got here. And you can see just how good the rig actually handles this. The game Hurtworld is in alpha, so it's just at the beginning, and it's a really good alpha.
So hungry.
There are a couple of bugs, but nothing major. A lot of things have yet to be added in. It's a little bit like Rust, without all the stupid gangs of children running around just destroying anything and everything, and generally making it unpleasant for everyone. And a little bit like Life is Feudal as well, but the interface is much better. It's also got a little bit of a cartoony feel to it, shall we say. The graphics for this now are all set to the ultra settings. It's in 1080p. I've noticed though with the new drivers from AMD that you can actually push this up to 4K, but I can't understand how you can actually have 4K on a 1080p monitor, so I haven't tried that. The graphics are really good. It doesn't show so well in this, unfortunately, because YouTube's rendering of games like this does tend to put little glitches in and artifacts and things, so it's not really as good as you can actually see it in-game. It's really quite a good experience in-game. But be careful I don't get killed. It is a full PvP game, but again it's not as bad as some others. There is quite a bit of cooperation goes on here because things are more difficult to get hold of when you're by yourself. So people do cooperate, but that's not to say people don't still shoot on sight. A lot of them still do. The game has a system whereby if you go around killing people, you gain notoriety, and you can lose your weapons and your tools and your clothing, which you would normally keep when you die. So let's have a look where we started from and where we've come from then. This is the beginning then. We are on the beach, and as you can see we start off with absolutely nothing, apart from a pair of jockey shorts. First thing we have to do is collect some wood and some flint, so we can make some basic tools. There are some larger logs around and stones, but we can't do anything with those until we've got the tools themselves. Now we've collected enough, we can make ourselves a basic stone hatchet and pickaxe, which will enable us now to go and collect even more from those logs and stones. We still pick up all the other loose bits and pieces as we go along. This does take quite a while, and I have speeded up many parts of it. I'll slow down at some of the more relevant parts. So we got the logs of wood, and the green rock is the flint. So you get flint and stone off that one. I've got enough now to make myself a little spear, which I'll need to catch the animals. Now the animals are not just for food, you get skins, and you also get ligaments off them, and fats, which you can use for clothing strings, and so on. So we just move some of the items out of my hotbar, out of the way, and we get on with the farming. There's a little base just there. Now this is a different type of rock. This one has metal ore in it, and we need metal ore for some of the other tools. You can make metal hatchets and metal picks. But also we'll need it for the building hammer. And some more food is a nice orange. The weather and the environment does of course affect you. You get wet and you get cold. Here we see one of the larger deer. This one is glitched. Normally it would attack you and butt you, and it can do damage to you. This one's not going anywhere. The smaller deer can run very quickly when they see you. But sometimes you can get behind them before they see you. And if you're quick enough, there's some skin, some ligament and some meat. Just going to make myself a campfire so I can cook the meat. Also at night it does get very cold, and if you've not got a source of heat you will freeze to death. So I'll have that ready, because when the night comes it does get cold very quickly, and there's a player up there. And thankfully he's friendly, he's run off. On we go. There's another glitched small deer this time. It should have run away when I did that, but it didn't. Of course it's not going anywhere, so we can use it for a bit of target practice. We can not only strike with the spear, but we can throw it. And I missed. I'm not sure if that's because the deer was glitched or I just completely missed, but I missed. There's another one. I missed that one as well. I think I'll stick to the striking with the spear. It seems to be more productive. And you're not going to get that one, he has run away. It is getting dark now. I'm going to need to find somewhere to lay my fire down. As you can see, I'm starting to get cold by the frost appearing. And the bar on the screen there tells me how cold I am. And you see those purple lines there. Ignore those for the moment, I can explain those a little bit later. When we come to the building, can't quite find somewhere to put this fire down yet. Let's try this flat stone up here. There's a workbench already made there. I've made for myself, but we can use that one, save putting my one down. Now to progress to the next tools and items of equipment, you do need a workbench because you have to use it to build the tools. Let the fire, so I'm going to keep myself warm. I'll stay close to the fire while it's cold. So as you can see, you can use the ligaments to make string. The wood can make planks. So I'm going to make some string, because we need some string, so I'm going to build myself a bow. So it'll be a bit more productive when I'm chasing these smaller deer. I can actually shoot them from a distance before they run away. Now to make a bow I need 50 wood and 1 string. I've got plenty of string, but I haven't got enough wood. So of course it's not going to work. The workbench is quite simply put the items into it that you need. Then click the create button, and it takes different amounts of time to create different items, of course. And I put my meat on the fire when I lit it, so it's nicely cooked now, so I can actually have something warm to eat. Roast Bambi. And I'm nice and warm. So I gotta go off and get some more items, some more wood. And there's another player. Is he going to be friendly? Yeah. Thankfully, it's been a good day today. There's 2 friendly players so far. Now, have we got enough wood now? I wonder. Don't think we have. No. Need another 3, but I'll need some more as well for arrows, so I'm going to need about another 10 or 12, I think. Now we're going to just put the iron ore on the fire with some coal. You need coal because it produces a hotter fire to melt the iron ore. That should be ready by the time I come back, because we need to make a construction hammer. There's another fire over there. I'll stay away from there for now. It seems my friendly player has stolen my iron ore. The wood's still here, thankfully, and the string, so I can make my bow now. While I'm at it, I might as well make some more string. Now I've got my bow, I'm going to need some arrows. Might as well cook a bit more meat while I'm at it. Create a bit more string. Use up less room in my itinerary as well. I'm just going to reorder things a little bit so that I've got my weapons on the first 2 tabs. You press the right button on the mouse, of course, to draw the arrow, and then the left button to shoot. It does help if you point it at something as well, I suppose.
Hello? Hello, boss?
Oh, and another player. Hello. Looks like he's just spawned, so we're okay. So I'm going to eat some more of this meat. Keep an eye on him at the same time in case he decides... No, he's run off, he's okay. Let me just take the coal off the fire. If you stay too close to the coal fire for too long, you do overheat. So on with the farming. We're going to go over the hill now and see if there's anything more over the other side, because there seems to be a run out of items on this side to collect. Another orange. Oh, another 2 oranges. And they are origins, not oranges. And another workbench there. base there, I can see. Little base just there. Tops of mountains are very popular, of course, because high ground is always good when you're trying to defend, and also it's hard to get at the bases if you can get them on top of one of these rocks here. Now this is a different type of stone again. From the colour you can see it's a clay stone. And thankfully it's a lot more. On this side is another small, got him, aha, another iron ore rock. There's a lot of items here to collect. Now these red rocks are coal and stone. Another workbench here. I'm doing well with workbenches at the moment, so let's set another fire. We can melt this iron ore and make the construction hammer. The amber crystal you can see there, you find them sometimes in the clay rocks, and at other times you find them in the logs that you break up. My itinerary was full there, so I've just chucked away some bark so I could pick up the fire that I made. So we light the fire with the wood. You have to do this with the normal fire and then put the coal on, just as you would a coal fire in the old days, I suppose. Chuck the iron on for that to start melting. So we need amber, 5 iron, 20 wood and a skin. So we got the skin, we got the amber, we haven't got enough wood though, so we're going to need more wood. So I'll leave that fire burning there and see if I can find some more to farm. There's another deer, and he ran away. A lot of them will see you point your weapon and immediately run for the hills. Let's check the fire to see how the iron ore's doing. And that's just about done. I think I needed 5. Yes, I needed 5 and I got plenty. I've got enough wood now, so we'll put the wood on. The skin, get the iron ore. And we can create the hammer. Oh, I've forgotten the crystal, the amber crystal. So we need to put the amber crystal on. And we have our construction hammer. Now you need this to start the construction of your base. Without this you can't actually make anything. Now we've got that in place, I'll just take the stuff back off here. Cook some more meat. You do get hungry quite quickly in this game, and it also helps keep you warm. This is the construction hammer. As you can see, when you pull the hammer out, as with when you pull the fire out, these purple lines appear. Now these are plot lines, and you can actually build within them. And when you set down a marker, plot marker, it cordons off whatever's within these lines. If you straddle one of these lines, you need plot markers either side, so that you actually take ownership of either side of the line. If you don't do that, walls on the other side of that line can be broken down by anybody, whereas those on the inside with the plot marker, they're safe and only you can remove them. The first thing we're going to need is some concrete. So we go to materials and make some concrete with the stone. Another bit of Bambi.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And then we can lay our first foundation down quite close to the line there so we get the maximum build. But I'm only going to build a small square base at the moment so that I can respawn back here if I get killed. And once you put your plot marker down, that is where you will respawn. The 3 walls, you need the stone for the walls. You can build with wood or metal. Stone is usually about the quickest. You're going to need it all. So I'm going to need more materials again. To make planks we need 20 and we've only got 16, so we need quite a bit more. I'm just going to offload some of this so I've got some more room for when I go back out farming again. I'll take the wood with me because I'm going to need that. Make a few extra arrows. There's some left, so I'll leave that there now. We'll go off and get some more. Here's another one of the clay. And it's starting to get dark again, so it's going to get cold again soon. There's fire on over there. There's quite a few players about at the moment. There's another one. As you can see, I haven't actually got as cold as I was getting because I'm now fully fed. Not hungry anymore. Made our planks of wood. Still not quite enough. Just going to take everything apart from the workbench with me in case somebody comes along. I can actually take the workbench as well. I've got an extra slot there, so yeah. We can't put the door down yet because we don't have enough. A little bit more for that. So that's the frame, but we don't have enough for the actual door itself. We need another 100 planks, but I do have enough for a roof. So we put the roof on. Now we've got our little starter base. I'm just going to put the other workbench in here, so I don't have to keep running out in the open and risk getting shot and losing everything. A little less chance of being seen in here. Make a few more planks. 80. Not quite enough. I need another 20. And I'm going to need some as well for a plot marker. I need to get some more wood again, so a bit more farming. Before I do that, I'm going to make myself some clothes. If I get the recipe right, these again will help me against the cold. There's a shirt, basic shirt, and some basic trousers as well. Keep us a little bit warmer during the night as well again now. This world is divided up into different sections. You've got desert sections, forest sections, and snow sections. So you've got snow mountains as well. There's another player again. And he's running off. So while he goes that way, I'll go the other way. Yeah, he's just farming. Everything respawns quite regularly here. So about every 5 to 10 minutes, most things will respawn again. And there's another player with a bow. Is he going to shoot me? No, good. He's running off. Phew, that was a close one. And Bambi. See if I can get him. And no, he heard the bow being drawn and he's run off. Back into the base. We need to make some more planks. Just have a check, there's nobody around. Thought I heard someone. We just grab a few other bits quickly. There's that player again at that workbench. Don't think he's seen me, so I don't really want to fight with him because I don't want to risk losing what I've got. I think he's just using the workbench himself, so I'm just going to go in here and build my door quickly, get myself locked in. So we've got enough now. Press F to get to the build menu. Take the hammer out first, of course. Find the door, there it is. And there we go, we're locked in. So now he can't get in. So what I need to do now is build a plot marker. Well, I'll run through the menu with you here just so you can see the various things you can build. Here's the plot marker. You need 30 wood, 10 clay and an amber. And I haven't got enough wood, so I'm going to go collect some more of that in a moment. We'll just go through the rest of the menu and show you what else you can build and create for yourself. Tools, pickaxes of various strength. These do various amounts of damage. Also allow you to harvest and farm quicker. The damage also to the animals. Some of the animals are quite powerful. You have wild boars and you have yetis, which are the strongest of all the animals. They are very dangerous. Build dynamite. Now dynamite's not for blowing up buildings, it's for blowing up large rocks to get some other minerals out of. You can build guns and bullets for them. But most people seem to use the spears and the bows and arrows because they're much easier to build. You can build C4, but thankfully here it's very hard to get hold of. You can get most of the items apart from the detonator, which is very, very rare. So even if you've got big teams playing, actually getting hold of any number of detonators is very difficult for them. It means the bases can be raided, but not on the scale of some other games, where it becomes almost unplayable, really. Here are the clothes. You can have different hairstyles. can actually make machines. What you've seen is the campfire, and you can upgrade that to fire pit, storage locker, the metal lockers to store multiple items in, blast furnace for smelting minerals and metals, a fridge to keep things fresh, and a drill. Now once you get the drills, you can actually drill for stones and metals and minerals. You don't really have to go out collecting quite so much, although you do have to still farm, especially the red minerals, because they are not quite as common. And that's it really. We're back now at the base. Just one more thing I'm going to show you before the end of the video. That's my little garden there, by the way, with all the oranges in. Means I don't have to go out finding food. And all the meat I can use I can convert to ash, which is used for making gasoline to fuel the car and the machines. You use rotten oranges and ash to make the gasoline. That's done in the workbench as well. I always get these wheels the wrong way around, so I'm going to swap these back around and put the big ones on the back. That's better. Now these cars you can find in various places around the map, usually with lots of parts missing, and you have to find the parts. Once you've collected enough parts you can repair the car, and it is needed because it's a very long journey just to get to one section of the map to another section. So if you're going up to the snow zone, that would take you a good half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to run there, whereas with one of these you can get there in about 15 minutes. I sort of acquired this from another player who generously gave his life for me to have it. So there we go. This is Hurtworld, and as you can see the PC is running absolutely perfectly. Everything on Ultra without a hitch, and the only little stutters are server side. And as I said, the artifacts that you've seen are all to do with the rendering of YouTube, of gaming, and lots of games suffer from that unfortunately with YouTube. I'm not sure what they can do about it. In game, it's absolutely perfect. Now I'm not going to be making any more of these unless somebody actually wants me to, because it's not really my thing. I know a lot of much better game vloggers and streamers, and I can definitely recommend some to you if you want me to. I'm going back to the tech stuff. Again, thank you for watching.